Hello, my dear student friends. Welcome back to our channel. Today we are going to discuss the next type of frequency response plot called Nyquist plot. So Nyquist plot is an extension version of our polar plot. Okay. So using the Nyquist plot, we can be able to identify the both open loop as well as closed loop stability of the system, stability of the control system. Okay. So what about the Nyquist plot? Nyquist plot mainly concerned with the number of encirclement, the region encircled about the point -1. We discussed in the last class that the polar plot, if the polar plot is lying inside the say if the polar plot lie inside the -1 comma j0. So if this is a polar plot, if the polar plot lie right side to the -1 point, then the system is stable, somewhat stable. That is related to polar plot. Whereas the Nyquist plot is mainly concerned with the encirclement. Okay, encirclement. Encirclement. What is the encirclement? How many encirclement about the point? Okay, so if the encirclement is what is encirclement is a point, okay, a point or a region is encircled encircled inside a closed path around the point -1 plus j0, right? So this 0. So if the encirclement is in clockwise direction, then the encirclement becomes negative. Okay, if the encirclement is clockwise, okay, suppose if the encirclement is in clockwise direction, then it takes negative value. If the encirclement is in anti-clockwise direction, that is counterclockwise direction, then it takes positive. Okay, let n be the number of encirclement. Let n be the number of encirclement. Okay, let us consider the following regions, different cases for the encirclement. Let's see the values of encirclement. Let's see, suppose if the encirclement about the point -1 is say the encirclement is in this direction, counterclockwise direction, also only one encirclement, then the value equal to 1. Suppose if the same encirclement is in the clockwise direction, then the encirclement is -1. Okay, suppose about the point -1, suppose this axis say -1. If the encirclement is twice, okay, twice, so twice also in the counterclockwise direction. Okay, so n value equal to 2. Here n value equal to 2. Only the outer is n equal to 1. Okay, suppose so based on this encirclement, so we are going to use a principle of argument. We are having the rule is called principle. Okay, principle of argument. Okay, argument. What is principle of argument? Okay, consider a plane in S plane. Okay, S plane locus. Say we consider an S plane. So in the S plane, There are complex poles here. 2 zeros in the right hand of the S plane. 0. Okay. So if this is a real axis, real, this is imaginary axis. If the suppose if the argument encircle this, so this is in the clockwise direction. So this is in S plane. We have to map this S plane into a GH. Okay, that is the contouring. Okay, so we have to map S plane coordinates, S plane route. Okay, S plane into GH, G of S, H of S plane. Understand? So we have to map this. Okay, consider S plane locus is here. This is the S plane locus. Let P be the number of poles. P be the number of poles. Right? My dear friends, you understand? P is number of poles, Z is number of zeros, Z is number of zeros. Okay? Zeros of the characteristic equations, that is F of S. Okay, F of S equal to 1 plus G of S into H of S. Right? So this is in F, the F of S. F of S has some P or poles or zeros. Right? So the number of P and Z, okay, of F of Z are inside the S plane locus, inside the or S, inside the, okay, the P and N, P and Z of F of S are inside the S plane locus. Okay, inside the S plane locus. Then let P equal to 0. You see in the diagram, Z equal to 1. Okay, because when we map with this, only one Z is encircled here. Also, this encirclement is clockwise. So it's because of that it becomes clockwise means negative, right? Anti-clockwise means positive. Understand? So how many, whether positive or negative, that is encirclement. So how many zeros or poles inside the encirclement? So that is called principle of argument. So here P is 0, Z is 1. Okay. So corresponding to the above S plane locus, F of S locus is drawn. Okay. So F of what? Say this is S plane locus. Okay. This is S plane locus. Now we are going to draw map into the F of S plane. Okay. So imaginary and real. Okay, so the GHFS plane is like this, right? So same thing is mapped with this is called G of S, H of S plane. So what we are mainly concentrating here is S plane locus. S plane locus is mapped with G of S, that is G of S, H of S plane, that is plus 1 equal to F of S plane. Okay, it is F of S plane. So when we consider the F of S plane here, F of S plane, so the encirclement is negative. So the about the this is encirclement. So n is -1. So n is -1. Understand? So the origin of F of S, the origin of F of S, this is origin. So origin of F of S plane, this is F of S plane. f of s plane. So the origin of f of s plane will be encircled, how much, as many number of times, as the difference between p and z, that is number of encirclement is p minus z, equal to how many p no poles in the encirclement. So 0 minus 1, so it becomes minus 1. So you see n equal to minus 1 here. As per the encirclement, only one encirclement about the origin, so it is also clockwise, so n is minus 1. Understand? So this is the concept behind the principle of argument. Next is contour. What is contouring? That is called Nyquist path. Okay, contouring, right? This is called Nyquist locus or path. Nyquist path. Okay, it encircles the entire right hand side of the S plane, and it should not pass through the poles of G of S, H of S, right? It should not pass through the poles of G of S, H, which are on the imaginary axis under the origin. It is mainly considering the origin and imaginary axis. Okay, the poles, whenever the contour passes through the poles, that should not pass through the poles of the G of S, H of S, which are on the imaginary axis under the origin. Therefore, small semicircles with radius r, small semicircles with radius r equal to 0, okay, are drawn around these poles, origin or j omega axis, right? Poles on the imaginary axis and the origin, under the origin. Understand? So let's see few examples. One is I will tell you. So first condition is, so there are no poles at the origin. First condition is no poles of G of S, H of S are at the origin. That means, actually this means type 0 system, type zeros, right? So if in this case, what is the Nyquist contour? The Nyquist contour becomes, this is the Nyquist contour. Okay, so this is real, this is imaginary axis. So what is the radius? The radius becomes infinity. When we consider no poles at the origin, then the radius becomes infinity, right? So r equal to infinity, radius becomes infinity. If say if one pole at the origin, okay, if one or more poles, one pole at the origin. In this case, what is the Nyquist contour? Okay, so Nyquist contour becomes like this. Say one pole at the origin, so the Nyquist contour becomes like this. Say let us draw with some other color, then you can easily realize this. Okay, so it should not pass through the origin or the imaginary axis. Suppose some poles at the imaginary, some poles at the imaginary. So this is poles at the origin. origin. So that then the encirclement, the Nyquist contour becomes like this. Understand? So this is the Nyquist contour related to one pole at the origin. Suppose if both, okay, both poles, imaginary poles as well as say poles, there are poles at the j omega axis as well as at the origin, So in this case, what happened to the Nyquist contour? Please try to understand. Very simple target. Okay, so one pole at the origin, so few poles at the imaginary axis, right? So complex poles, imaginary axis. Say, understand? So in this case, what happened to the Nyquist contour? Understand? So in this case, it should not pass through. This is the Nyquist contour path, contouring. When the poles at the imaginary axis, j omega axis, as well as at the origin. Okay, this is the real. Understand? For example, g of s, h of s. This is, for example, k into say s plus 1 divided by s square, say s square plus 9, right? So there are two poles at the origin. So two poles at the origin. Then this is imaginary poles. S square equal to 9 plus or minus j 3 omega. Okay. For this case, you can have one more s square plus or minus, sorry, j 2j omega. Right. So this is example. So for this one pole at the origin, that is just k by s. Okay, k by s. This is g of s, h of s equal to k by s. Okay, yes. Or you can also have s into some s plus 3 or something. So this is not lying on the complex plane, the j omega axis. For this, we can have the example of g of s, h of s, okay, equal to k into s plus 5 divided by s plus 2, s plus 3. So this is this transfer function, no s term, okay, type 0, right? These are all some examples for Nyquist contour, right? For example, we will discuss the poles and zeros conditions. Then you can easily understood, right? So poles and zeros of poles and zeros of f of s. Clear? Say, let us consider g of s equal to s plus 2 divided by s plus 3. Unity feedback system. So the system is 1. So g of s equal to s plus 2. Understand? So what is g of s, h of s is will be the same. Okay, g of s into h of s will be the same as that of this s plus 2 divided by s plus 3. So this, say, consider equation number 1. Now let us calculate f of s. So what is f of s? 1 plus g of s, h of s. This is the characteristic equation. Actually, this is called characteristic equation. So this is equal to 1 plus s plus 2 divided by s plus 3. So which is equal to 2s plus 5. Am I right? 2s s plus 3, 2s plus 5 divided by s plus 3. Say this is f of s, equation number 2. Now find C of s by R of s, closed loop transfer function, C of s by R of s. So this will be g of s by f of s, g of s by f of s, which is equal to, what is g of s? S plus 2 divided by s plus 3 divided by 2s plus 5 divided by s plus 3. So what happened? S plus 3 cancel. So we will be getting s plus 2 divided by 2s plus 5. Okay, s plus 2 divided by 2s plus 5 equal to equation number 3. From the equations 1, 2, 3, what we conclude? Tell me, from the equations, poles of f of s, poles of f of s equal to poles of g of s, h of s. Please refer. So what is poles of f of s? Poles is, the pole is s at -3. Pole at s equal to -3. Equation number 2, f of s, poles of f of this s equal to -3. So what is g of s, h of s? What is here? Poles of 1, equation number 1. This is also same. So f of s pole and g of s, h of s poles are equal. Am I right? So then another condition is zeros of f of s. Zeros of f of s equal to poles of closed loop control system, closed loop system. See, zeros of f of s. What is 0 here? 2s plus 5 is zeros of f of s. Okay, so 2s plus 5, which is equal to, see here, what is pole here? So pole is in the denominator. So 2s plus 5. So zeros of f of s equal to poles of closed loop transfer function. Understand? So these are the conditions we conclude from the expression relation. Next is stability condition. Okay, stability. So what is the condition for stability? So all zeros of f of s should be in the left hand side of the s plane. That is the basic stability condition. Okay, what is the condition? Zeros of all the zeros of f of s should lie on the left side of the s plane, left hand side of the s plane. Understand? This is basic stability. So next is what is Nyquist plot? Nyquist contour plot. Nyquist contour plot. Okay, so this is nothing but mapping of the Nyquist contour into g of s, h of s plane. Okay, so this is nothing but mapping. It is nothing but the mapping. We are going to map 4 type of contour. We are going to map. Okay, mapping of Nyquist contour or path into g of s, h of s plane. Understand? G of s, h of s plane. So this is the simple concept. Okay. So what is the Nyquist criterion? Okay. Nyquist criterion. Stability criterion. Okay. Stability criterion. Nyquist stability criterion. So what is Nyquist stability criterion? The Nyquist plot will encircle. Okay. The criterion is Nyquist plot will encircle the point -1 comma j0 on the negative real axis. Okay, that is this point as many number of times as the difference okay, difference between the number of right hand side poles, okay, right side poles and right hand side poles and zeros of f of s. Zeros of f of s. F of s is in the characteristic equation. So that is given by f of s. What is the criterion? N equal to p minus z. So n is number of encirclement about the point -1 j comma 0 by the Nyquist plot. Okay. So p is the number of right hand side poles. Z is number of right hand side zeros. Okay. So the z is number of right hand side zeros of f of s, or this also called z is also called, or the poles of closed loop transfer function. Poles of closed loop, because the condition you see what is here, the zeros of f of s is same as that of the closed loop system poles. Okay, so for stability, okay, for stability z must be 0. That is open loop stability, right? Z must be 0. Okay, z must be 0. That means when n equal to p, z must be 0. That means n equal to p. So the Nyquist criterion states that the critical point -1 plus j omega j0 point should be encircled in the counterclockwise direction as many number of times as number of the right hand side of poles of g of s h of s, okay, by the Nyquist plot. If the Nyquist contour is defined in the clockwise direction, if the Nyquist plot contour is defined in the clockwise direction, I will explain. The Nyquist criterion states that the point -1 plus j0 should be encircled in the counterclockwise direction as many number of times as the number of right hand side poles of g of s h of s. Understand? Okay, h of s by the Nyquist plot. If the Nyquist contour is defined in the clockwise direction. Understand? So this is called Nyquist stability criterion. Okay. So based on this discussion, we will be doing some problem. Before that, okay, let's see how the Nyquist plot is the procedure to plot the Nyquist plot. From the Nyquist plot, how to define the stability, right? So first we see the simple problem. We already discussed same problem in the polar plot. Okay, so that's why I am going to continue the same transfer function here. So in this sketch, the Nyquist plot for unity feedback system with the following Walker-Loop transfer function 20 divided by s into s plus 1, s plus 2. And from the plot of the system, determine the number of right hand side of s plane poles of the system. Okay. So what is given? G of s given, h of s we can take it as a 1. So first we always we have to consider the transfer function in time constant form. So but this transfer function in pole zero form. So let us convert 20 divided by s. You can take this 2 outside common as a common term. So 1 plus s, 1 plus s by 2, that is 0.5s, right? So 2 to cancel becomes g of s equal to 10 divided by s into 1 plus s, then 1 plus 0.5 s. So this we are achieving the same transfer function in the previous case. Now, what is the solution? So what is the solution for this solution? As usual, okay, first you see the Nyquist plot. Nyquist plot consists of 4 mappings. Okay, 4 mapping. The first Nyquist plot consists of 4 mappings. 4 mappings. Please remember. So mapping, contour mapping 1 is nothing but simple polar plot. Polar plot whose frequency varying from 0 to infinity. Okay. Next C2 is inverse polar plot. Inverse polar plot whose frequency varying from minus infinity to plus infinity, 0. Minus infinity to 0. So C3 is the third contour. So contour 3. Okay, this we have to plot 4 sections of mapping plots. Okay, C3 is nothing but we have to use the approximations. The approximations are if suppose say for example if g of s, h of s equal to k into 1 plus s tau z1, 1 plus s tau z2, etc. divided by s power m into 1 plus s tau p1, 1 plus s tau p2, etc. So if we have the transfer function, standard transfer function like this, then we have to make an approximation. So what is the approximation? 1 plus s tau is equal to simply s tau, because this is at the high frequency region. Okay, so this plot drawn in the high frequency region, the contour 4 plot drawn in the low frequency region. In that case, we have to approximate. This approximation will be 1 plus s tau becomes 1 in the low frequency region. Let's see. So then we have to make substitution. Okay, make substitution. S equal to, instead of S, we have to substitute limit r tends to infinity. Okay, r e power j theta. So we have to vary the theta from pi by 2 to minus pi by 2. Okay, so these two are the important substitution and the makes approximation in the third plot. Then contour 4 is fourth contour, right? Contour 4. In the contour 4, the approximation is 1 plus s tau approximately equal to 1. Also, we have to replace finally s instead of s, limit r tends to 0 or e to the power minus j theta, where theta should be varying from minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. Okay, for these 4 sections, the 4 sections of Nyquist contour, finally we have to merge together to get the final Nyquist plot. Understand or not? So Nyquist contour in the S plane. Okay, this I will explain the 4 sections, right? Here only one pole we are having in this transfer function. So only one pole. So one pole means it should not cross. Others are real poles. So it should not cross through the zeros, right? So what is the approximate contour? Approximate contour is clear. So this portion is contour 1. Okay, this portion is contour 1. This portion is contour 2. This portion is contour 3. Okay, so this portion is contour 3. This portion is contour 4. C4. Am I right? So C4. So the C4 with the limit r equal to 0, right? That should be, we will get infinity, right? So this is omega equal to 0 plus. This is omega equal to 0 minus. Omega 0 plus, omega 0 minus. So this is omega equal to plus infinity. This is omega equal to minus infinity. Understand? Any doubt? Right. So let's start with the first section, mapping of section 1. So mapping of section 1. That is C1. Right. So this is nothing but the procedure to be followed is polar plot. Understand? So this is polar plot. So first, before proceed this, convert the given transfer function into frequency transfer function. That is g of j omega, h of j omega equal to 10 divided by j omega 1 plus j omega 1 plus 0.5 j omega. Right? So first to find the magnitude. So what is the magnitude? Magnitude is 10 divided by omega square root of 1 plus omega square 1 plus 0.5 omega the whole square. Then phase angle equal to minus 90 degree minus tan inverse of omega, okay, plus tan inverse of 0.5 omega. Understand? Right. So next, as usual, we substitute, we will find the values for different frequencies when omega equal to 0. What is the magnitude? So what is the magnitude? Magnitude becomes infinity. What is the phase angle? Phase angle becomes minus 90 degree, right? When omega is infinity, what is the magnitude? 0. What is the phase angle? Is minus 90, infinity 90 minus 270. Okay, so what is the plot for here? So the plot for the section 1, plot for the section 1 is we already did the same problem in polar plots, right? So it starts when omega is 0 at minus 90, phase minus 90, okay, phase minus 90, and magnitude is infinity. Magnitude is infinity. So it starts here and it approaches and finally settles here. So here omega is infinity, magnitude is 0, so it settles at minus 270. So this is minus 180. This is real, right? Real 0. So now we already found the omega PC at this junction. So what is how we did with the two methods? One is equating to minus 180 degree. Another one is separating real and imaginary axis. Then equate imaginary axis 0. Then we found, right? Okay. So in the last class itself, the last session you go through the omega PC. The omega PC here is, say, we can equate this phase angle equal to minus 180 degree. So if we equate this, we can apply tan of A plus B equal to tan A plus tan B divided by 1 minus tan A into tan B. Am I right? So if you use that, we found already last class. You please refer the last class notes. The omega PC we found is root 2 radian per second. Root 2 radians per second. Okay. So therefore, what is the point of intersection at this point? So at here, the frequency here is frequency 0. Here frequency is infinity. At this point, omega PC equal to root 2, right? So what is the magnitude on real axis? Point of intersection, POI, point of intersection at the negative real axis. For that, you substitute in a magnitude expression 10 divided by omega PC square root of 1 plus omega PC square, then 1 plus 0.5 omega PC the whole square. So if you substitute here, so what we will get? You substitute omega PC equal to root 2, then we will be getting point of intersection. Point of intersection on the imaginary axis is 3.33. So the point of intersection in this value is 3.33. So this is about the section, right? There will be some asymptotes at an angle of minus 90 degree. There will be an asymptote will be passing through that line, asymptote, right? So this is a g of j omega, h of j omega plane. Understand? So next is mapping C2. Okay, mapping C2. What is mapping C2? Mapping of section 2, C2. What is mapping of section C2? Okay, see here. This is C1. This is C minus 0, minus infinity to 0. This is C2. Actually, this is not C2. This is C3. This is C4. Okay. So C2, C3, C4. Understand? So the section is inverse polar plot. Okay. So omega vary from minus infinity to 0. So the inverse polar plot will be like this. Okay. So this actually the same point. The point of intersection will be same. Point of intersection will be same. Understand? Point of intersection will be same as that of. So what is this at this juncture? Omega equal to minus infinity to 0, right? Omega equal to 0. Minus infinity to 0, you will be getting this. So this is actually this is the inverse polar plot. So the point omega PC at this point is same 3.33. Okay, actually this is a 0 minus 2. This omega equal to infinity minus 0 minus 2 minus infinity, right? So the values are minus omegas, minus omega minus here, right? So this point is omega PC, sorry. Omega PC is √2 radian per second. Okay, whereas the magnitude point of intersection is POI equal to 3.33. 3.33. Understand? So this is the inverse polar plot. Once you get the C1, then draw its reverse axis. Okay, symmetrical about the real axis. Symmetrical with respect to real axis. So parameters will be same. Okay. Next is contour 3. Mapping. What is the mapping? Mapping of section C3. Mapping of section C3, right? So what is the section here? It is having the radius a semicircle, circle having radius r. Okay, therefore we consider the s value equal to limit r tends to infinity, then r e to the power j theta. So theta varying from pi by 2 to, so theta varying from pi by 2 to minus pi by 2. Understand? Plus pi by 2 to minus pi by 2 in the transfer function g of s h of s. We have to substitute this. So what is the transfer function we have here? We have g of s h of s equal to 10 divided by s into 1 plus s, 1 plus 0.5 s. So what is the approximation we have to consider here? Okay, so this thing should be removed, right? So 1 plus s, 1 plus s, we have to approximate to s, then 1 plus 0.5 s approximated to 0.5 s. So if you take then substitute the value of s. So s divided by s into s into 0.5 s. Am I right? So what do you get? 10 divided by 0.5 s cube. So 10 divided by 0.5 s cube. So what we actually get here? 10 divided by 0.5, 20, right? So this is 20 divided by s cube. So then apply the limit, substitute instead of s, we have to substitute. Say g of s, h of s equal to limit r tends to infinity 20 divided by, okay, instead of s, we have to substitute limit, sorry, we'll do it in next page. Okay, so here g of r e to the power j theta, h of r e to the power j theta, which is equal to you see here 10 divided by, instead of s, limit r tends to infinity r e to the power j theta whole cube, right? So this becomes r infinity, so becomes 0, the phase and magnitude becomes 0, r infinity, 1 to anything by infinity 0. So j minus 3j theta. So theta varying from pi by 2 to minus pi by 2. Understand? So this is the contour C3. Okay, C3. That means, so when j theta, so this substitute this value. So C3 having radius 0, it is starting from e to the power minus j 3 pi by 2 to or 0 e to the power, you substitute this plus 3 pi by 2 j 3 pi by 2. So if you consider like this, so the phase, the contour starts from minus 3 pi by 2 plus 3 pi by 2. So where is minus 3 pi by 2? Say you draw a line. Minus 3 pi by 2 means minus 270. Okay. So minus 270, then minus 180, minus 90, 0, then plus 90, plus 180, plus 270. So the contour part starts from here with radius 0. So it ends at plus 270. So it crosses this path. So let us draw start from 272, 270, then minus 180, then minus 90, 0 like that. Okay. So the contours for this C3. Understand? Real, imaginary. Take here. So the radius value is 0. With this radius value 0, right? Radius value 0 here. So it starts from minus 270. This is 0 angle. This is minus 90, minus 180, minus 270. So with the radius 0, so assume like this, I am going to draw in a zoomed view, right? So it starts from 0 radius and it goes to minus 180, then minus 270, sorry, minus 90, then 0, then go to minus, okay. See here, it crosses minus 270, minus 90, minus 0, 90, 180 plus 270, right? Good. So it goes to 90, this is 90, this is 180, then it is 270. So this is plus 270, right? 0, 90, this is 90 in this direction. This is 180, this is 270. So if you move this to a clockwise direction, it is minus, right? So the direction is towards this side. Understand? So the encirclement, the contour for section 3 becomes like this. So what is the radius for this? R equal to 0. R equal to 0. Understand? So next mapping. So mapping for the next mapping. The section mapping of section 4. Section C4. What is the mapping of section C4? C4 is with the radius of semicircle 0. Okay, it's the semicircle, radius of semicircle 0. The radius of semicircle R 0, that is with e to the power j theta. Okay, j theta, e to the power j theta. Understand? So what here is s should be substituted by limit r tends to 0 r e to the power j theta. R e to the power j theta. Understand? So here the theta varying from minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. Minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2. What is the approximation here? 1 plus s tau is equal to 1. Okay. So we have g of s, h of s here, the transfer function 10 divided by s into 1 plus s, 1 plus 0.5 s here. So if we make approximation like that, 10 divided by s, only s. So only one s is that, right? So now substitute, replace g of r e to the power j theta, then h of r e to the power j theta, which is equal to 10 divided by only one s is there. So limit r tends to 0, r e to the power j theta. So here r is 0, so the magnitude will be infinity, e to the power minus j theta. E to the power minus j theta. It moves to the numerator part, e power minus j theta. So what will be the contour? Okay, what will be the contour? the section C4. Section C4 contour value. Okay, so let's see. So it is varying from infinity e power j theta minus j theta. So radius value is infinity. So the phase angle e to the power minus j minus pi by 2 to plus pi by 2, minus pi by 2 to plus e to the power minus j of plus pi by 2, right? So what happened? So there it vary from pi by 2 to pi by 2 to minus pi by 2 with the radius value is infinity. So from say you let us have a graph. So how to reach pi by 2 to plus, so plus 90, then 0, then minus 90. So the traveling from this direction towards this direction. In this case, you see the traveling from minus 270 to plus 270. Whereas here the contour moves from 90 to e to the power pi by 2 to minus 90. So what is the contour plot for this section? You see, where is 90? This is 0. So this is 90. This is 180. This is 270. Okay. Otherwise, this is in this direction. This is minus 90. This is minus 180. This is minus 270. Now, the contour starts, the mapping C4 contour starts with the radius infinity from 90 degrees to 0 and minus 90 with the semicircle, right? So, this is the radius of this contour is r equal to infinity. Okay, so the direction is towards this. So in the clockwise. Now we are going to combine all the 4 contour into single. Okay, we are going to combine the 4 contour into a single. Okay, we are going to merge into a single contour. Understand? So first is a polar plot. First is the section 1 is simple polar plot. Then second one is inverse polar plot. Then third one is having the magnitude of 0. This is 0, but it is zoomed view 0 with varying from minus 270 to plus 270. The section 4 is from radius of infinity varying from r equal to infinity, varying from 90 to minus 90 in this direction. Now I am going to merge all the 4. So you see, carefully listen. It will be an interesting one. So very easy to draw polar plots. Clear? Very easy to draw polar plots, Nyquist plots. See section 1. Okay. Carefully listen. First section is polar plot. It is moving towards this direction and it reaches the 0, say 0. From 0, the second part, okay, the third part is combining with the third part. The third part with this is minus 270, also 90. This is plus 270, minus 90, right? So from here, the contour 3 starts. Contour 3 starts moving towards 270. Okay. So it reaches 270. Then the second inverse polar plot moves towards this direction and reaches infinity. Okay. So from this section 4, C4, with the radius of infinity and reaches here. Understand? So, understand, my dear students? Very simple, very, very simple. You see, once again, I'll draw. See carefully. So, here, this is polar plot, section 1. Okay, this is section 3. Section 3, this direction. This is polar plot. Then from here, it moves in this direction. Clear? In this direction. So it moves in this direction. Then this is inverse polar plot in this direction. Then the section C4 with the radius of. So this is traveling in this direction. So there is a closed loop path. Understand? So very simple, very, very simple. So this is the omega PC, √2 radian per second. Okay. So the value, the point value, the point of intersection, POI equal to 3.33 minus 3.33. Understand? This is, so this is omega equal to infinity plus, here omega equal to infinity minus. So this is section C1. So this is section C2. This is section 3. This is section C4. So this is the entire Nyquist plot. Okay, entire Nyquist plot of the given transfer function. Okay. So what is the conclusion from this plot? Okay. So the transfer function from the G of S H of S, from the G of S H of S, how many poles lie on the right hand side of the S plane? 0. Okay. So P equal to 0. Then what is encirclement? So the encirclement, how many encirclement about the point -1? Where is the -1 point here? This is minus 3.3. So the -1 point is here. So how many encirclement? You see from here, 1 encirclement. Consider this is 0, no? But this radius is infinity. This R is infinity. This is 0. So one encirclement, here 1 encirclement, and another encirclement, 2 encirclements on the clockwise direction. So -2. Okay. So what is n equal to P minus Z? So what is Z? Z equal to P minus N. So what is Z? Z equal to 0 minus of -2 equal to 2. So Z equal to 2. So 2 poles in the counterclockwise direction. That is Z equal to 2, right? So hence corresponding closed loop system. Hence the closed loop system unstable with 2 right hand side of the S planes, right off of the 2 right off of the S planes, right? Understand or not? So if Z equal to 2, that means the closed loop system is unstable with 2 right half of the 2 poles in the right half of the S plane. 2 poles. Okay. 2 poles in the right half of the S plane. So this is the conclusion. The system is unstable. Understand or not? So this is the stability analysis using Nyquist plot. Understand or not, my dear student friends? So with this, the concept of Nyquist plot and corresponding to the stability criterion is discussed today. Okay. So thank you very much. Subscribe our channel. Don't forget to press the bell button.